I want to quickly talk to you about Wrike versus Jira business plan software. And ordinarily, those two tools are known for project management. But in today's conversation, I want to look at the angle that allows you to actually build a business plan through Wrike or Jira. In other words, they have templates and or functionalities you can avail yourself of if you're trying to really write a business plan. So here's a summary I really want you to pay attention to. So when you are analyzing Wrike versus Jira, it's really important to understand the forms and functions that are inherent in either tool. And so when we talk about Wrike, for instance, you have great customer support, you have great UI, UX as well. User experience is fantastic. And so the Wrike is kind of cool also in terms of working interactively within a large community of staff members. So if you have a large team and the team is actually like in multiple geographies, you can use Wrike to actually write your business plan. Not a problem. Okay. And what we love about Wrike also is that they do have, in terms of pricing, they have actually a free plan, something that Jira doesn't have. So in Wrike, you have a free plan up to 5 users, but you can only do simple tasks, let's say revolving around your business plan. And and they have, for the paid plans, they have professional, business, marketers, and enterprise. I'll talk about the pricing later on, but I just want to give you let's say the A to Z, so you have a clear idea what we're talking about when we analyze Wrike versus Jira. So Wrike, think about great customer service, great UX, great UI, and they have a free plan also. And Wrike is more affordable than Jira. So when you think about Jira, what we love about Jira is it's really fast. They have a lot of tabs, a lot of graphs, a lot of Gantt charts. So if you are into graphical, let's say graphics, you will love Jira a lot. In terms of writing a business plan, it's really fast. Also, if you have a large team, not a problem. The only thing is Jira does not have a free plan, so you're gonna have to pay for stuff. Okay, and Jira is slightly more expensive than Wrike. One thing you need to also think about is that Jira has easy navigation, a simple UI, even though just expect to have a little bit of a steep learning curve, at least at the beginning. Boss, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. Make yourself comfortable. You are going to enjoy today's conversation. I want to give you an overview of Wrike versus Jira. So when you think about those two tools, you need to understand that when we talk about project management and business plan writing, Wrike and Jira really they do offer different sets of functionalities. Okay. And the cool thing here is that, so first of all, let me talk to you about Jira. So when you think about Jira, who is Jira for? The thing is, Jira, when they actually started as an issue tracking program for software developers, and they slowly built themselves into a general project management systems for all kinds of teams. So if you're looking for Jira, you can actually use it for business plan writing, business planning overall, and actually project management at the enterprise level. The only thing is with Jira, you need to have a little bit of I would say IT background. In other words, you have to, because the whole thing started for software developers. So it's important if you already have some kind of background technology. Okay. Now, nowadays, Jira offers everything a team will need to track and complete internal tasks, such as task management, issue tracking, time tracking, and reporting, all revolving around business planning and business plan writing. So if you are actually running a business plan, or you would love to do business planning at the small business level, or at a large business level, not a problem. Jira has the functionalities and all the tools you need to actually write your business plan. Not a problem. Okay. Now, the one area in our view where Jira falls short is in the financial management features department, such as budgeting and invoicing. So if you are writing a business plan right now, and you would love to let's say you want to beef up the budgeting and invoicing aspect of things, you might not really find Jira interesting. That's not really a big deal, because Jira integrates really well with Excel. So you can actually build, let's say, your reports in Excel, and then export those reports into the Jira business plan template that you are working on. Okay, because right now Jira doesn't offer any native budget management features or reporting without additional outside integrations. Okay, so this is kind of cool. And one thing I want to see here is that Jira actually is also good in terms of in terms of scaling at the organization level. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Wrike versus Jira business plan software. So when you think about, Jira, I spoke with you about Jira. If you were to compare Jira to Wrike, Wrike is a little better and a little cheaper also. Wrike has all the features, all the financial features that you really need, you would need. And Wrike is also faster in terms of the way you are able to collaborate at the team level. Okay. And so I want to quickly talk to you about the features that you can expect if you were to go with Wrike versus Jira business plan software. And the thing is, each of these tools offers multiple forms of task management, reporting, and tracking, but only one offers the native budgetary features that make it a more comprehensive project management tool that can help you write your business plan. Okay. So Jira doesn't have it. Wrike does have it. So if you are looking for a tool that has let's say a stronger foothold on anything quantitative, then you want to go with Wrike. That's for sure. So when we talk about Wrike, basically, Wrike is kind of cool because it has the kind of flexibility that you would need in a tool that allows you to write a business plan. So you can actually, so every team member can actually collaborate, not a problem. So the cool thing is that we love the accountability feature in Wrike when it comes to business plan software. So you have things like task name, due date, assigned team member, task files, task dependencies, task description, and task comments. So this is really cool. Now, what does Jira offers? Well, Jira actually, again, as I said, they actually started as a project management tool for software developers. So they still have this sort of strong foothold when it comes to IT. But Jira, where Jira is really cool in terms of features, is they have the kind of I would say the constellation of features you need, the comprehensiveness. Okay, the only thing they don't have is the financial part, but for the rest, they have everything. They have Kanban board, Kanban systems. They have all the TQM, total quality management features that you would need when it comes to business plan writing. Okay, and you are able to actually automate a lot of the things that revolve around business plan writing also through Jira. Let's talk about support. So customer support is really important. If you're writing a business plan, again, we're not just talking about all kinds of business plan. It can be a business plan, it can be a pitch, it can be anything that revolves around the writing of corporate data and the writing and reporting of corporate data. Okay. So you would need to have customer support in case there are problems. And so the thing here, when it comes to Wrike versus Jira and customer support in terms of business plan writing, those two are pretty close. Because Wrike offers a whole variety of support options, including a phone support line, a contact form, and a help portal full of webinars, video tutorials, community forums, interactive training programs, and guides, all revolving around project management and business plan writing. So this is kind of cool. So when you have such a constellation of ways to reach out to customer service, it's really fantastic. So we love that a lot. What about Jira? Now, Jira actually could improve a little bit in our view when it comes to customer support, because Wrike really wins like hands down when it comes to customer support. Because the thing is that phone support, for instance, when it comes to Jira, is only available for premium users, whereas all other issues are resolved through support ticket forms, community forums, and help guides. Okay, and so if you are a DIY person, you are really good to go. But if you love to have some hand holding, sometimes you want to speak to someone on the phone and you want the person to actually get back to you, you would find Wrike better. Okay. Because at the end of the day, there is no replacement for speaking to a real person. When it comes to support, we in our team, we weigh phone support more heavily than any other form of support. And for that reason, we really believe that Wrike is winning hands down in this category. And Jira still has the software developer IT sort of mindset where everything is resolved electronically. But if you are writing a business plan, and again, we're not just talking about writing a 10-page business plan. We're talking about maybe writing a comprehensive business plan and there are problems, you want to be able to reach out to customer service. And this is where Wrike really shines. Boss, I want to quickly remind you of today's topic. We are having a conversation about Wrike versus Jira business plan software. I want to talk to you about the ease of use. So when we talk about Wrike versus Jira business plan software, which one is easier to use? Well, if you think about Wrike, first of all, Wrike has a lot of functionalities that are really easily accessible. Okay, so when it comes to writing a business plan, when it comes to adding features, adding templates, adding reports, Wrike is really straightforward. This is really cool. And what we love about Wrike also is that teams don't have to suffer to actually collaborate. In other words, you can have multiple team members actually contribute to the same business plan if you are using Wrike. Okay, so we're talking here about a business plan template or a business plan software. Okay, within Wrike. And the cool thing here is that you are able to track all activities also, because remember, Wrike originally is a project management software tool. So this is kind of cool. So what we love about Wrike also is that everything happens in real time. So you can have instant feedback from your team members as you are writing different parts of your business plan. And what about Jira? Now, what we love about Jira here is that Jira actually has everything done automatically. Jira helps you actually automate everything. So if you're talking about ease of use, Jira, in our view, wins hands down here, because Jira allows you to actually, for example, move items along the task flow, communicate with your team, add files to your tasks, and create project reports revolving around the business plan writing. Okay. And so this is kind of cool. So what we found with Jira is that the tool is incredibly easy when it comes to following things through. Okay. What we love about Jira also is that they use all kinds of functionalities to actually remind you or other team members that something is working fine or amiss. You know, so those automatic reminders are kind of cool, because when you are working on a corporate wide business plan, and you have a lot of folks being involved into the same project, it really helps to have a tool that allows you from time to time to know where you are at. So in our view here, the winner is Jira, because even though those two offer easy to use platforms with simple user interfaces, Jira has the upper hand, especially considering their onboarding process and their automation. I want to talk to you about pricing. So when we actually compare and contrast Wrike versus Jira business plan software, it's important to really look at not just the dollar amount, but also the features, but also the benefits that come with each pricing plan. I want you to look right now on the screen here. Here is a pricing for Wrike as of the date of this show. So you can see that Wrike actually, as I said before, Wrike has five types of pricing plans. You have the free, the team, the business, the enterprise, and the pinnacle. And the free plan actually is kind of cool, but just keep in mind that you're not going to have a lot of advanced tasks that revolve around business plan writing. Okay, you have a simple task, but hey, listen, it is still something. Okay, and then you go to the team. So the team is kind of cool, because here you have up to 15 users, and so you have full project planning and collaboration features, and then you have the business, and then you have the enterprise, and you have the pinnacle. So the pinnacle is actually the pinnacle plan is actually great for teams with complex work needs. Now I want to show you right now on the screen here. Here is a pricing for Jira as of the date of this show. And the thing is that Jira actually, as you can see, Jira may seem cheap, but it can also be expensive at the same time. It all depends on what you need. Okay, so Jira actually does have, in some exceptional cases, a free version, but they keep changing their policy around the free plan. So it's one of those things where, like 3 months ago, when we actually researched this, we researched Jira for this show, they didn't have a free plan. So it's one of those things you have to be really mindful about. And so if you are a small team, you will love Jira. But if you're a team that's growing, you will find Jira expensive. It's just one of those things you have to be aware of. Now, the thing is that when it comes to pricing, Wrike, in our view, takes actually the cake here because they offer a free option outside of a trial period and more pricing options with more variation on features, whereas Jira only offers standard and premium tiers. Okay, so this is something you need to think about. Let's talk about integrations. So when we talk about Wrike versus Jira business plan software, what are the integrations that you really need to think about as you are writing your business plan and or your pitch or your investor presentation? What kind of integrations would you want to have? Well, let's talk first about what Wrike offers. So Wrike actually has a long list of integrations with other popular applications that will help you manage and execute your project management plan from every aspect. Okay, so you have Salesforce, Tableau, Microsoft Teams, Google Hangout, you have Google Drive, Adobe Creative Cloud, Microsoft Outlook, Slack, and many others. So this is really good in terms of the opportunity here. And one thing I also want to say here is that, when it comes to Wrike, they're constantly adding new functionalities to their integration categories. And what about Jira here? Well, Jira does things a little differently from Wrike. While they do offer some integrations with popular programs, most of the apps that Jira integrates with are lesser known. However, Jira strives to justify the need and function of every application in its marketplace, such as Draw.io diagrams for Jira, Better Excel exporter for Jira, Script Runner automation for Jira, Jira Workflow Toolbox, Inside Asset Management, Google Drive and Docs for Jira, and Zapier for Jira. So this is kind of cool. So in our view here, when it comes to integrations, Wrike is totally ahead. Okay, because even though Jira has some integrations, those integrations are with lesser known vendors that most teams probably are not currently using. So, and it's one of those things you have to be really thankful about. One thing I also need to say here is that you need to understand that those things keep changing all the time. Now let's talk about onboarding here. Both Wrike and Jira have simple onboarding processes with lots of tutorial content to get you started. However, only one helps you shape your experience to your specific projects right from the start. Okay, and that's Jira, because Jira's startup was similarly like when we tested it. Jira actually is more, let's say, more involved because you are able. So instead of just asking you questions, Jira is going to guide you into the type of answers that will benefit you. So this is kind of cool. So for instance, once you set up your project, Jira offers tutorial guides explaining Kanban boards, Agile project management, and Scrum. So this is kind of cool. And these guides will help you realize Jira to its full potential, the way it was meant to be used in the first place. So what is our opinion here? Well, the thing is that when you analyze the Wrike versus Jira business plan software, it's our opinion is that Wrike tends to win a little bit here because Wrike has more functionalities, it's cheaper, it has a free version than Jira. So our conclusion here, Wrike versus Jira business plan software, Wrike is our winner. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just talking to you about Wrike versus Jira business plan software. I give you the summary, the overview, the features, the support, the UX, the pricing, the integrations, the onboarding, and finally, our opinion. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.